In the Australian Research Centre of Excellence for Automated Decision-Making and Society, our team focuses on identifying the social imaginaries and practices surrounding existing and emerging digital health technologies. In our Creative Approaches to Health Information Ecologies project, we facilitated online workshops to explore how people learn, think and feel about their bodies and health states through both digital and non-digital things and spaces. We had two main objectives. One, to expand the notion of health information beyond that of digital data, and two, to sensitise people to their inter-embodied relationships within planetary health ecologies. We wanted to explore how people can become better attuned to these powerful and vibrant relationships. We invited our research participants to find new connections between seemingly disparate phenomena. We showed them images we had taken of living things or nature spaces. We chose these images to invite participants to think otherwise about how they learn about and felt health and well-being. Participants were asked to select and discuss images that drew their attention, that they could relate to health information in some way. We asked our participants to consider how these images make them feel about their bodies and health, and how they learned about their health. This is what they told us.
The forest. So many things are growing there. If only we could understand it. It's like my health to me.
The tree with the different colour that is growing tells me the world is made of many different complex things.
With the trees, the tree trunks, it's not centred, it's not symmetrical, it's not perfect, it's tangled. And that's what life can be like. Life isn't just perfect, you know. Often things in life don't finish up the way we want them to.
The trees are so old. They would know so much. And I wonder how many circles it would have if you cut it open, which I don't want to do. But to see how it's had such a long life.
Those bushes, those vegetation, live for long periods of time. They live a longer lifespan than us probably. They are millions of years old, and we've never killed it off really. It's about burning off. But if they can sustain themselves for that length of time, then we are more than capable of caring for ourselves.
Having experienced bushfire season, it was really depressing. But nature can renew itself. Maybe our health is a bit like that. But you know, no matter what, it's a shame to see the damage. But it also brings you a lot of joy to see it can be fixed.
We shouldn't have to be broken before we find a way to be fixed. If I'd been able to be supported earlier in life, I wouldn't have been as broken as I am now.
The water doesn't seem to be flowing. It seems very still. You wonder, the branch, it's fallen down and the leaves have gone. Maybe the tree has died, or maybe it's fallen from, who knows, floods? Then everything around us is growing still.
We can all identify with being broken by the system. We can always hope for a new day of breakthrough, somebody exercising a little bit of common sense.
I feel pain and dryness. It's not an inviting environment. Yeah, it looks barren and it's pain. Yet there's hope that there may be a cure or something. I'm looking for that plant that's grown out of this situation, like my health.
It reminds me of the struggles I've had with my mental health in the past few years.
The plant sort of can remind you of that, you know? The vast space and then how fresh and free you can feel out there.
The feather represents fragility to me, that life is precious.
Everything's moving, everything's flowing. The rocks show obstacles that can be overcome. Things can happen quite quickly, just trying to navigate a path to safety. Don't get in too deep.
Down the coast and I'll sit by the beach, and it's very calming just watching the water.
The water reminds me of my health. Sometimes it's ebbing, flowing, sometimes it's rough. Reminds me of my blood, the wateriness of my blood. It can feel like the flow of my health and its ups and downs.
I love when I'm swimming, when it just all sparkles and glistens, and then it kind of makes you feel warm inside, no matter what the world is like. Just that lovely sparkle, that freshness.
We're part of a community, and our health is so reliant on us as a community. We're not alone in this, but also we kind of need to be supporting each other as well.
Ill health to me is like a cloudy, overcast day. It's the feeling down, feeling with the ill health, feeling a little bit, depending on the severity of the illness, a bit unknown about what the future is, but probably just generally feeling down.
We can only make sense of stuff we can visually understand sometimes. If medical information is all terminology that's beyond our understanding, then we can't understand it. It's all about interpretation. It's inaccessible. Unless we can afford a plane, then we're not going to be up there.
Specialists can have a very myopic view. They will continue to do it their way because that's what they do.
It's sort of like you're on a journey through space with your health.
We're all separate things, but up towards the canopy, we all intermingle.
So the images for me, it's more like a healthy life is like a journey. And I suppose as you age, your health and your needs change. Health to me, because it's a life thing, can ebb and flow, a bit like the seasons with the red leaves.
I keep thinking in cycles. All these images. You have different cycles or times of the cycle of life. It's the same for us, our health. It's like, in some cycles we're up. Others, we're down in some cycles.
It's all about connecting with nature, connecting with the earth, connecting. Just the life of nature and the outdoors and how things grow and the bird life and the trees. And again, it reflects our own life because things grow and they live and then they age and they end their life. But importantly, they don't end their life because with nature, as I believe with ourselves, energy can't be created nor destroyed. So there is an ongoing impact that these sorts of messages have for me, as in the trees that are dying or already dead provide shelter for other animals and so on. How does that relate to health? I think it relates to just general positive well-being and good mental well-being.
I think climate change is probably one of the biggest public health issues we are facing. I think it's just like, our health is not separate from the environment. There's a reason we feel better when we're in nature. I think we're so intrinsically linked to it, and we should think about caring for the environment the same way we think about caring for our own health. Because at the end of the day, if we don't stop climate change, we're going to have more bushfires, we're going to have more floods. And that, air quality, like having clean water, having clean air, that's what's going to keep us healthy. So I think, it's really important that we see ourselves as intrinsically connected to nature, it being such an important part of our health.